All right, thank you guys. The LG Twins take on the SK Wyverns, and that's going to be a 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Twins are the $2 favorite, totals 9.5 juice to the over. The Wyverns are plus 150 to win it, and if you like SK to keep this one close, they're minus 110 catching the run and a half. Actually, not a bad price point there. And following Wednesday's sports wagering action, I'm 3-1 in my last 4 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the extra daily pick is one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 19-6 in my last 25 picks in that membership as well. And that's good for 76% during that stretch. I also have a bunch of different other memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. A lot of variety there, a lot of good stuff going on. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And if you just want to check out the website, maybe browse a little bit, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Wyverns are coming off a very impressive 7-0 victory over the Doosan Bears this morning. That said, though, they did lose their previous 2 games versus the Bears, thus losing the series. They also dropped their last 5 straight 3-game series and posted a record of just 1-8 in their last 9. They also lost 13 out of their last 16 and find themselves in 9th place out of 10 teams in the KBO. They are 18 games under 500 after just 44 games, and they have a pitiful win percentage of just .295. They gave up 39 total runs in their last 5 outings. They're taking on a Twin squad who, although struggling as of late, make no mistake about it, they still remain 6 games over 500 and just 2.5 games back of second place. And if you throw out their most recent series with the second place Kiwoom Heroes, the Twins still have won 3 out of their last 4 3-game series. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this one, 2 out of the Twins' last 3 got over the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of their last 7 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Wyvern side, 2 out of their last 3 got over the 9.5 themselves. They also saw 3 out of their last 5 get over that total as well. Give me the LG Twins minus 1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash, and the over 9.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the program. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's KBO baseball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you that after Wednesday's sports wagering action, I'm 3-1 in my last 4 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, once again, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month. And I'm currently hitting at 19-6 in my last 25 picks in that membership as well. And that's good for 76% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They are my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, guys, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move into some more free content right here on YouTube. I'm talking about the Cellar Dwellers. That's right, KT Wiz versus the Hanwha Eagles. 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Wiz are the $1.62 favorite, totals 9.5. The Eagles are plus $1.25. And if you like Hanwha to keep it within 1.5, they're minus 133, cashing in on the run line. Now, the Eagles are currently 22 games under 500 right now. They've been victorious in only 11 out of 45 total games played thus far in the season. And that's good for a win percentage of just .244. The Eagles' 2-7 record in their last 9 is also good for just 22% during that short stretch as well. Hanwha's lost 10 out of their last 11 series thus far in the season. Needless to say, guys, the Eagles are currently in last place in the KBO, and they are 8.5 games behind the 8th place KT Wiz in the standings. They are buried in the cellar right now. And speaking of the Wiz on the other side, they're actually coming fresh off a very impressive 19-6 victory over the first place Dinos this morning. Their 6-3 record in their last 9 is good for 67% during that short span. They also won 2 out of their last 3 series. Now, total-wise, the Wiz saw 4 out of their last 5 stay under the total of 9.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the Hanwha side, 3 out of their last 6 stayed under that number themselves. Give me the KT Wiz minus 162. And the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next contest, Kia Tigers versus the Kiwoom Heroes. 5:30 a.m. Eastern start. The Heroes are minus 133. Numbers 9.5 juice to the under. And if you like the Tigers getting the job done, they're catching even money for an outright win and laying $2, catching the 1.5. Now the Tigers are currently on a 2-game losing streak. Losses to the Giants and the Lions during that stretch. And they actually haven't played a game since Tuesday, as their last 2 scheduled games were postponed. They are taking on a Heroes team who, hey guys, they're currently in 2nd place right now in the 10-team KBO. Where'd they come from? They were kind of nestled in 4th for the majority of the first half of the season. But anyway, they're currently 11 games over 500 and have a win percentage of .622. The Heroes are the hottest team in baseball right now, winning their last 8 straight. They swept the LG Twins and the SK Wyverns during that stretch. They're also holding their opponents to just 2.6 runs per contest in their last 8 games as well. Kiwoom has won their last 4 straight 3-game series. Now, scoring-wise, 2 out of Kiwoom's last 3 got over the total of 9.5 runs. 3 out of their last 5 also got over that number. Meanwhile, the Tigers on the other side saw 3 out of their last 6 get over the 9.5 themselves. Give me the Kiwoom Heroes minus 133 and the over 9.5 in that game. All right, next contest, it is going to be the Samsung Lions versus the Lotte Giants. 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Giants are minus 150, totals 8.5, juice to the over. The Lions are plus $1.15, and if you like Samsung to cover, they're minus 182, catching the 1.5. The Lions have won 3 out of their last 4 ball games, and that includes back-to-back games where they scored double-digit run totals. They actually scored 26 total runs in their last 3 victories. They are taking on a Lotte squad who's lost 4 out of their last 6 themselves. They've also been victorious in just 4 out of their last 10 and gave up double digits against the sputtering LG Twins during that stretch. Now, scoring-wise, when it comes to the total in this one, the Giants' last 3 straight stayed under the total of 8.5 runs. Matter of fact, 5 out of their last 6 also stayed under that number. Give me the Lions plus 1.5 covering the run line and the under 8.5 in that game. And with that, we are going to move into our next and final matchup for the show. This is going to be a great series, at least on paper. I'm talking about the NC Dinos taking on the Doosan Bears, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Dinos are the $1.50 favorite, totals 10.5. The Bears are plus 115 to win it. And if you like the Bears to keep this one close, they're minus 138, catching the 1.5. Now, the Bears are 6-1 straight up in their last 7. They beat the likes of the Wyverns 14-6, along with putting up 18 runs against the LG Twins during that stretch. The Bears are currently just a half game back of the Kiwoom Heroes for 2nd place in the league. They're also 10 games over 500 and have a win percentage of .614. Doosan has also won their last 2 straight 3-game series, that is, and they scored 59 total runs in their last 7 straight games. The Dinos on the other side, well, they lost by 13 runs this morning to the KT Wiz. They gave up 19 total runs in that affair. The Dinos also lost to the last place Hanwha Eagles by the final of 4-3 within their last handful of games as well. Now, when it comes to the total in this one, oddly enough, 2 out of the Dinos' last 3 stayed under the total of 10.5 runs. 4 out of their last 6 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Doosan side, 3 out of their last 5 stayed under that number themselves. They also saw 7 out of their last 10 stay under the 10.5. Give me the Doosan Bears plus 1.5 and the under 10.5 in that game. All right, with that said, that is going to do it for me, guys. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon I said it earlier, if you decide to pull the trigger, we will bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. We got ourselves some great KBO action here for this weekend. Once again, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday or Friday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.